What's up, El Paso? Welcome back to this week's episode of Annie's Adventures and Friends. I have an awesome table full of guests here. We have the Tom Lee Institute, and we also have EP Strive Now. So let me go on and turn the camera around and introduce everybody. All right, what's up, Lily and Abraham?
How's it going?
I love hanging out with you guys. The last time we hung out in your office, now you come to me. So thank you so much for coming out this middle of the week on this windy day. I appreciate your time. I'm super excited to learn about all the upcoming tours you have and how everybody can go become a member of the Tom Lee Institute. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for inviting us. You always bring great energy, and the Connection Revolution, you were just here taking pictures here.
I know. I don't know how to take one photo.
You take a picture, and then she would explain. She was like part of the staff already.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, guys. And then over here we have Israel. How are you doing today?
Good, doing good. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you're with EP Strive Now. Yes. I recently saw you at an event here at Star City Studios, so I'm super excited to get more information out to the public on how they can participate and learn all kinds of good stuff. We were just having conversations. We'll get deeper into that right now. Yes. Thank you so much.
For sure.
All right. Okay, so as always, we're going to go on and do a deep dive into each business. We're going to give you guys more reason to go out and support local nonprofits, both nonprofits.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much. Without further ado, let's go on and get started. So let's go on and start with the Tom Lee Institute. All right, guys, how's it going?
Good.
All right, so I'm going to basically... First off, thank you so much for reaching out to me because I have heard of the Tom Lee Institute, but I didn't know what it was or if it's open to the public. Maybe it was like something of like preserving art or his art or something like that. But when you guys invited me, I think it was last month on your all's tour. Oh my God, I had so much fun. I learned so much. And then we had lunch after at the beautiful restaurant downtown at Sabor. And then you guys invited me to your all's office in Union Plaza, which is gorgeous. And everybody has the opportunity to go. They just have to sign up.
Yes, just an appointment at Marketing Tom Lee.
Yeah. So I'm going to let you take it away. Tell me exactly, what do you guys do? Where do you do it? What do you need from the community, if anything? What do you guys have coming up? All the good stuff.
Well, like you said, a lot of people have no idea that we even exist, or if they have heard of us, they have no idea what we do, what our mission is. And really the biggest mission that we have is to bring the art of Tom Lee to the greater public and back into the El Paso community, but also to just celebrate and strengthen and support the community of El Paso, because that was something that Tom Lee was so passionate about, and he could have lived anywhere that he wanted. He was a world-renowned artist. He went so many places during World War II, but he always came back to El Paso because it was so special to him.
It was home. Yeah.
It was home. So we want to continue to support El Paso and the El Paso artist community, the El Paso education community, and doing that, we get to put on a bunch of events and tours and really exciting things.
I think it's kind of like Lily was saying, it's really interesting. Like, he really loved El Paso, especially today, because everybody just wants to leave El Paso now. No, or people are like, no, there's nothing to do.
Oh,
and
my
I
God.
think that was
Send them to me.
Right? Annie's the person. When I reached out to Annie, I didn't think she was gonna respond because I thought no, or she's gonna charge me or anything. But she was super excited when she came. So thank you so much for going.
Yes, I'm so glad you did, because I got to learn so much.
Yeah, I swear, she was like enthusiast. She was like, but yeah, I think he's a really special person to look at. He would say that the only El Paso had the light, like beautiful light. The only other place that you would find it is in Australia.
Really?
So that's why he really built El Paso.
The light.
And then we do all these events, and they're all free to the public. We're doing some events are on a Friday, others on a Saturday, but they're all free, and they basically explore a lot of our city. I had never gone to Segundo Barrio before. I had never had the time, and then when I got to the store, there's a bunch of beautiful murals by talented Chicano artists, and so then that's one of our annual tours that we have, again, completely free. And it's just a special thing that we are able to celebrate and do this for.
Yeah. Let me check out what you guys brought here.
Yeah, this one, if you ever seen this one, it's probably one of the most famous. It's probably a meme, you've seen it. But this was made by...
I've never seen it as a meme.
Yeah, this one was made by El Paso artist Tom Lee.
Okay.
He went to World War II as a lifetime correspondent. and he actually went into the into the battle of the pill. A lot of artists at the time, they would just maybe go to France, take a cup of tea and just imagine what was going on based on what they told him.
Yeah.
But he actually went into the war to draw a lot of the images and all the artwork. That you can see right here.
Yeah, he was present for he was on 4 different fronts of World War II. He was there basically from the very beginning, before Pearl Harbor. So he saw almost every single bit of World War II in some capacity.
It's amazing.
And he really focused on portraying the war as he saw it very realistically. He wasn't trying to sugarcoat anything or propagandize anything. He was very, very passionate about showcasing what he saw as he saw it. But he was also very passionate about showcasing the honor of the people fighting in the war, of the bravery and the courage that he saw every single day that he was out there.
Absolutely.
So he really made sure to be honest with everything he saw, including the courage of the people.
That's amazing. And so, like, for example, because I mean, prior to meeting you guys, I've seen his art hanging up forever in the museum downtown. I used to be that nerd. I don't know if you guys remember. You guys are so young. They used to be open on Thursdays till like 9:00 at night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was that nerd who would like go solo or take friends and do like my own guide, like art guide, like come over here. But he has his classic pictures that he's had there forever.
Yep.
But I've seen his artwork, but I didn't know too much about him, and so I learned more on the tour that you guys took me on. And what was that one called again?
That was the La Revolución Mexicana tour. And then explored the areas of where Pancho Villa and his revolutionaries started the Mexican Revolution. And with that one, like you were saying, like you were learning, when you go to the stores, like it's not just like informational. You're actually seeing the buildings, the structures, and so I think that's one of the pretty coolest things about the tour. That
Absolutely.
As you're going
absolutely. And so you guys actually have, again, some tours coming up that you mentioned. If you guys want to give a little bit more insight on those, what they're about, how do you have to register for them prior? How all that works and where they can go do that?
So we do prefer that you register for most of our events. Some events are required registration just due to lack of space. Like we have one coming up in 2026 with the McGoffin House, and that is a RSVP required just because it's in their visitor center, so it's very limited room.
Sure.
But a lot of the tours, including the one we have upcoming on May 30th, we prefer registration, but if you just show up, we'll get you.
We'll take you in.
We'll figure it out.
I'll take you in, water, everything. Let's go.
I
so
love
for
it.
that tour, we're doing the Downtown Treasures tour, and that is where we kind of take people around downtown to see the different places in El Paso and art in El Paso that you kind of pass every single day, don't really think about. We start off with the Tom Lee mural in the federal courthouse that a lot of people have either heard about or seen pictures of but never actually seen in person. And it's a massive mural. It's incredible to see in person. But we also include contemporary artists, like we go over Frankie, that big mountain lion.
Yes!
The
The Greenpeace Project?
Yes.
Did I say that right?
Yes,
okay,
I believe
good.
so.
Yeah.
His name is Frankie?
His name,
Frankie.
He has a name.
her name is Frankie.
Her. Oh, my
Her
bad.
name is
Excuse
Frankie.
me.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
super
it even
interesting.
more.
And it's awesome that we get to share that information because people always are like,
What is?
it has a name. What, like there's more information.
And it
about
stands out. It's so unique. It's made out of recyclable.
Yeah.
Like everything. Like everything of it is recyclable. That's awesome.
And I believe it is still at this point the largest in the U.S.
Really?
It used to be the largest in the world, but I believe he's done a couple more
That's
since.
so cool. And El Paso is like that, not a lot of people know, like even our DigiWall is one of the only in the world. That size, Yeah,
we have some really cool like pioneer programs or pieces and nobody really ever thinks about it. So we get to show people that art and so much more on this tour, and we love doing it.
I love it. And when is the date on that one again?
May 30th.
Oh, coming right up.
Yes.
Go register El Paso. And where did we go to register again?
You can go to tomlee.com, or you're just going to follow us on Instagram.
Okay.
The Tom Lee Institute. We always make updates there of our future events and everything we're doing right now.
I love it.
You're gonna go.
You have to. Yes. He's like, I need to see it.
That's so cool.
Right?
Very awesome.
I love it. So tell me more about your all's gallery, your office. And I had never seen my favorite piece now that I think of all the time when I think of Tom Lee is the bull in your office. That's my favorite piece, hands down now.
Yes, I love Old Blue.
Yeah, Old Blue. I love it.
Yeah, Old Blue. It's I like a lot of his pieces. Or like a lot of his pieces are named very innocuous things that you just get attached to.
Sure.
But our gallery is open to the public. We are appointment based, however, just because we are a limited staff. So if you can give us a call or email marketing@tomlee.net, we are always happy to have people come by.
We'll have the food, everything. No, I can't promise you. Wait. I was going to see this. Abraham, what do you think? No, but we always welcome everybody in. What's going on.
We'll give you a tour of our space. We have a lot of reproductions of Tom Lee's art that you can kind of see up close and personal. And a lot of things that we don't necessarily have a lot of circulating. So art that isn't super common in the rest of El Paso, you can come and see in our office, like his star chart. He did a star chart of the El Paso sky when he was missing home.
That's amazing.
It's so beautiful, as well as some Jose Cisneros pieces who was mentored by Tom Lee.
Oh, very cool. And the one I'm thinking of is the one over the water fountain, the newspaper tree.
Yes.
Oh, I said it right?
Yes. I did good. When I was getting that tour, I was like,
I focused, man. I focused. It was a great tour.
Yeah, that piece is actually in a plaque downtown next to where Friday Garcia is. It's a large statue next to the Plaza Hotel. And if you go downtown to that spot, the plaque is where the newspaper tree stood in El Paso.
Wow.
And it was where people would put citations, news.
It's like the water cooler.
Like the water cooler, but also like Twitter a little bit.
Okay. I see it.
Conflict that happened on the newspaper tree. So I definitely think people should go and check it out, and also join us on a tour because we talk about that if we go down.
And they're free. I mean, I can't say that enough. El Paso, we love free. Let's not lie. They're free 99. Take the whole family. Take them all. Sign them all up. And if you do the outside tours with them, I do encourage you to take a hat, take some water bottles, and have a great time. You're going to learn so much. Be open to it. You're going to love it. And then also something really cool that you guys do, and I'm not sure if we mentioned it a little bit, but something to look forward to in 2026 because they are signed up completely right now for 2025. But you guys are going to Tosco this year, which, boom, amazing. That place is gorgeous. But you guys do, again, you have your memberships, and this is one of the membership projects that you do is going on a trip.
Yes.
Is it different all the time?
We try and switch it up pretty regularly. This upcoming trip is to Tosco, and then the trip in 2026 is to Mexico City. And it's based around the story of the Christmas flower that was illustrated by Tom Lee. But it is a members only event, but the memberships are reasonably priced. We try to keep them low, and all you have to pay for really separately from the event is your airfare. So you pay for the event, and then you pay for your airfare, and everything down to every single hour is
food, guided information, where you're gonna stay, everything, and it's the poinsettia, isn't it? It is. You know, I went to Tosco a couple years ago, and I freaked out, and I'm sure everybody was looking at me like, look at this white girl. You know, like I'm the whitest Mexican you'll ever meet. I'm trying to get better at Spanish, but I was literally like in awe and freaking out. You guys have seen me and how I am. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know it was a tree. There are trees. I had no idea. I just thought they come in little red plants, like potters, at Christmas time.
That's okay. I think I saw that too.
Well, and then, right. And then we went up to the Cristo, and they're gorgeous poinsettia trees. It was just one of the most amazing things I can't ever forget, you know. And you think you know, like I'm in my 40s, and you think you would know that, you know. I didn't know that. So it's super cool. I'm excited for everybody who's going to get to go and join you guys on that Tosco trip. It is gorgeous. Mexico City is amazing. And like you said, you guys have everything scheduled to the T, food, everything. So I encourage you guys, check them out. Learn more about their memberships. They got things for veterans as well.
Yes.
So anything else that we want to cover? Did we mention everything?
We'll have our brochure for next Tomley celebration coming out pretty shortly. Probably around August.
Okay.
And we'll have all our events for the year in there. So it's going to be basically September through May of just events after events.
Free events
Free
again.
Free 99.
Yes.
So just come, sign up. We're always welcome to have you. We always try and do unique, exciting events, and we encourage everybody to try it out once. If you decide that you don't like us or something,
oh, that's crazy.
we're not gonna have
And you're gonna meet new friends with you guys, and also the people that go, because they're interested in the same thing. We're all interested in history, art, and our culture, our environment, our you know, where we're at. We're a diamond in the rough, if you will, with the desert. So this is a really great opportunity for El Paso to come and learn more about our area. And I highly encourage you, give them a follow on Facebook, Instagram. Where are you guys, and how can they find you?
So Instagram and Facebook, we're at the Tomley Institute. And then if you want to go to our website, tomley.com.
I love it.
And we also have a gallery there of all the images. On Instagram, we always post artwork. So
perfect.
if you're looking to see some new artwork, there it is.
Come
Mostly
check them out, El Paso. Awesome. Thank you guys. And if we need to come back to something, just let me know and we'll make sure we mention it. Okay? All right. Thank you guys. All right. Israel, how you doing?
Good, man. I'm in shock, honestly.
Right? Did you just learn a lot?
So much. The
I'm telling
poinsettia tree thing, I had no idea. I had no idea.
I'm telling you, you could have imagined me standing there like freaking out. I was freaking out. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I was like, they're trees. I was like, did you know? Like, we were talking to random
Are
people.
they like prominently in Mexico City, or like they're from there, or?
Poinsettias, I believe, are. I don't know about the trees specifically. But poinsettias, yes, I believe, are from Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't quote me
Oh.
on that.
Also
And see,
really
I didn't even know like the
And-
origin of a
yeah,
poinsettia
like
either.
They derive from there type of thing.
Which makes so
yeah.
much sense.
Does
because
it?
it does to me. I don't know, because we live on the border and I just
Yeah.
kind of associate everything's from Mexico, right? No, I'm kidding. Just
my
kidding.
gosh.
But yeah, I just love it. I'm excited that I didn't know that was like the theme of it. That's
Yes.
very cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
Well,
Anyways.
I have kind of an interesting segue for what we do.
Yes,
right?
at EP Strive Now.
Yes, so Strive Now is a nonprofit for teens here in El Paso. It was, born and bred here in El Paso. And I'm from here, been here a lot of my life. I left for college and for my career, and then I came back. And so you said something interesting that people are like, oh, nothing happens in El Paso.
Yeah. I
Right?
hate that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I am like a diehard El Pasoan, you know,
Yes.
and so I've heard that all my life, right? And if you leave El Paso, oh, they're never coming back, right? It's like, oh, and if you stay, you're never leaving, and it's like a lose-lose, right?
Yeah.
Like in this cultural sense, and so that's where Purpose Every Day, which is Strive's motto, came into play, because I feel like we just automatically live in this mindset that we have to survive. You know, we have to survive our situation. We have to survive if we leave, because God forbid we come back, right? And I think kids need a different perspective. So we believe in purpose, but we believe in strong community and building good habits, essentially, in a nutshell. But yeah, that's a little bit about how we started.
When did you start?
We started in 2022.
Okay.
Yes, here I was about to become. I have an engineering degree, super random. Yeah,
That's
and,
awesome.
Yeah, and I was about to leave to Houston after coming back, and I was like, "What am I doing? Like, my passion is El Paso." And
I love it.
yeah, dude, it was a really like come to Jesus moment for me, as they
I
say.
bet. I mean,
you know?
especially like this is what
Yeah.
you went to school for, and this is the opportunity, and now you're like, that moment, right?
Yeah.
What do I do?
And I honestly, up until that point in my life, and I try to tell this story everywhere, I felt like I was just checking boxes,
Sure.
like going to college, check. I did the military thing for a while, check, right? And so it's like, okay, what's the next like merit or like whatever I can achieve? And I like spiraled into an identity crisis, like big time, because I was like, what am I even doing this for?
Yeah.
Like,
is this really what I want to do?
Like did I even like, did I just waste all this time, right? And it became like, okay, I'm here now, like what can I do with the time I'm given, right? And so did a complete 180, became a high school counselor. Yes, I know. So cool. yeah. Like, wait, what? Yeah. So I became a high school counselor, and then something so interesting happened, Annie. I started realizing that all these kids were already on that same path that I was taking.
Sure, 100%.
Like, like, oh, go be a doctor, go be in the engineering field, go do STEM, right? Nothing wrong with any of those things. Absolutely not. Please go do those things, but do it because you want to do it, do it because you found a passion, and more importantly, because you go and test and see like which one do I like. I think if kids are given a track in high school, they feel obligated to continue in that track. And we want to tell kids, hey, you know what, if you failed and you didn't like it, or if you not failed but hey, maybe failed, and didn't like it, cool, awesome, go try something new. And so I went and did some research, right? And 40% or something of people that graduate college end up actually using their career. That's a problem, right? And what are we doing to address it? So what I'm doing is, hey, go experiment, go take the Tom Lay, tour.
Again, free.
Yeah, go. But truly, right? Because once we are more aware of our history, more aware of the things around us, our mind expands and we become better learners of life, right?
Go live a little.
Go live a little. Yes. Don't just do.
Put some experience under your belt.
Yes. Go do your homework. Awesome. And then go meet people. Like, go and do things that Annie's posting up. Come with Strive. And so something unique about our program is we come to venues like this and we go all over the city and try to show kids like, hey, step out of like your comfort zone, and we try to inspire them, so this coming fall, which every fall we do, we start our mentorship program, and we have 6 sessions, so one in September, one in October, and so on. And we host these events and we bring keynote speakers. Hopefully Annie can come on one day. That'd be awesome. And I'd love to introduce them to your community. The most exposure we can give to our kids, the better, right? And then we have this shout out to Chef Diego. He's awesome. You guys need to try him. Yes, he's a local.
Say 100%. No more.
Yeah, I'm putting his stuff out there, but he was an industrial engineer and he became a chef.
Wow.
Yes.
Good
so
for him.
like,
good for you guys.
Yeah, and so all these like-minded people, right, just want to impact kids, and in a healthy, good way, and so yeah, I'm grateful you brought me on. And
yes, I am too, because even when we were talking about earlier, it's a great point, and some of the things that you teach kids, as far as communication and conflict resolution.
Oh my gosh,
in a safe and healthy way.
Yes.
I think is super important for not just kids but for everybody. But especially the sooner you can teach people, the further they take that in their life, right?
Yes, absolutely. Conflict resolution is a big. So what Annie's talking about is we do a lot of workshops, and we do communication workshops, conflict resolution. We just had an open door at the Juvenile Detention Center.
Oh wow!
So we're doing workshops with them. Yeah.
Good for you guys. That's amazing.
It is. So,
I'm learning so much.
No, it's so impactful. Honestly, it's so incredible. And so my dream, is to have just this large spectrum of students that we're impacting. So there's like the Juvenile Detention Center, and then we're doing a summer like training with the Youth for Christ kids.
Oh wow!
So it's like such a huge spectrum, right? And we're trying to meet everyone else in the middle, like wherever that is, whatever on the other side, whatever that means. Because if we can communicate well together, then it doesn't matter what your background is. Like, we'll be a better community for
100%.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what anyone's background is. It's just important to be able to communicate with your loved ones, your job, your clients. It's one of the most fundamental things you can do is communication. Like, and without it, you're not going to get very far. Period.
Yes, and look at you. You're like bringing out one of our biggest like factoids that we carry around. It's like 85% of job success is due to soft skills. So soft skills meaning how we treat people. Yeah. Right. And so people, us as adults, right? Man, I don't like my boss. Like he hates me. Right. All these like crazy thoughts that we have. Right. But they feel real to us because we have a hard time stepping back and just having a little bit of self-awareness, right? And that's tough. So we try to have these tough conversations with these kiddos and in a fun and interactive way.
That's so cool. I love it. And I always tell people is you're like, because I wanted to move away when I was a kid, and I moved around. I moved back in 2006, and I tried to leave again, and I was Steven Seagal's personal assistant for a little while, and went to Louisiana to try and work in the movies, like all this crazy stuff, right? Yeah. But my whole point is like, if you leave, when you come back, because the chances are you will. The chances are just like it's El Paso, and if you ask people, they're like, "Oh, I used to live here. I used to live there." They'll make it back somehow, some way. It's family. It's a great place to live. But whatever you learn, bring it back here and implement it here, and help make our El Paso better for everyone. Yes.
I love that. Yes, because we used to, or I don't know if it's still called that, but they used to call El Paso the brain drain. Right. And I'm like, okay, we get it. Austin is awesome, but El Paso is awesome too, right?
Yes.
So I agree with you 100%. Let's come back and impact these kids, impact these art communities, right? But yeah, that's so what we have coming up, because Annie had asked earlier. We have that mentorship program in September. Yes.
Awesome.
So we're already opening signups. I actually sent the reminder email out today to all our like community partners.
Okay.
If you guys know anyone that's going to be a freshman in high school all the way to senior year, we welcome them to apply. We're gonna have 50 students this cohort. We call them cohorts. And so here's something I've learned. Number one is if you're trying to impact a nonprofit community for teens, impact the parents first, you know, as best you can. Even with you all, like if you can get the parents to be bought in to bring in their kids, that's a win, right? And it's so hard to impact the parents because they're busy, right? They're just trying to make ends meet or what have you. The other thing is we charge a fee. It's $50, but it's for the whole 6 month experience.
That's it?
Yes.
That's basically free.
It is free. It is free.
6 months? You can't even fill a tank of gas nowadays with $50.
Girl math that.
Yes, it's free. I like it, Lily.
That is so awesome. Thank you so much for that. That's so cool. Because we found like when we were making it free, so we fundraise all year long for these kiddos, and it can be free, truly. But when they don't pay a fee, the parents are kind of like,
it's not a big deal.
Month 3, we're like, how are we feeling about this? Like, right?
Yeah. Not committed to it.
Yes. So the $50 puts the parents in the game, you know?
That's super smart. And I've heard that from a lot of other nonprofits, to be honest. And it's a very low fee.
Right.
It's just to get them to be committed and think about it a little differently. It turns on a little switch for them, Yeah. Because again, and then that's the same for even having guests on or like are in a business and with the 50% deposit, because we live in El Paso. Let's just be real. We love El Pasoans, but we know who we are.
We're a little flaky.
We know what we do.
We're a little
We're on manana time. That's with everything.
Yeah.
So like, it's accountability.
It is.
Yeah? I love it. I think that's super smart.
And I like that because for like the summer, a lot of people pay that amount or even more to take their kids somewhere.
Way more.
With you guys, they're developing soft skills.
For 6 months.
For $50,
6 months. Come through. Come on, guys. And that's actually a great point.
I know. I love the age, so please, we'll say I'm like. Everybody will believe me.
If I shave the beard, we could do like a 21 Jump Street type.
Oh my God.
For sure. But yeah, so we also provide, like, as part of the experience, we do like a Christmas party with the parents.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then we'll have our gala at the end of the year.
You get a lot for that. It's kind of like a membership, if you will. Like
it is.
Yeah, and with that, you just get so much, and just the education in general for your kids to take into the future.
Yes.
It's priceless.
Yeah, what a lot of we're trying to inform parents about is that the schools aren't teaching soft skills as much as they should. You know? And you see how much trouble, like, the educational, like, world is in right now. And
bro, they're sticking pencils in laptops.
yeah, it's crazy. Critical thinking. Actually, one of our workshops.
Oh my god, I'm like, I think all the time, like, I don't have kids. I'm just like. I can only imagine how expensive it is to have a kid nowadays. Yeah. On top of having to replace laptops and whatever else for, like...
Yeah. They're doing all these crazy trends, right? With, like, no consequences in mind. Just like, But, so we... Oh, my gosh, I forgot what else.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's my bad. We're talking about... oh, my God.
A little bit about how you guys teach soft skills.
Yes. Schools are not teaching soft skills.
Yes. So we're just... helping parents be more informed about that, because schools are not really doing that side of things, which I don't want to put a knock on schools, because they still have to do all the fundamental stuff, which kids are already struggling with, unfortunately. But I think, again, it's attributed to these soft skills that they need to practice outside of the school, right? We need to work together, essentially. So we've had, like, some really awesome educational partners, and we're looking for more. Schools that are willing to help us and bring us in to be an enhancement to what they're doing. So that's kind of the next chapter of Strive. We're trying to become like an after-school program, but it's always like a debate for us, because then, like, how attractive is it to kids at that point? That's kind of like the thing we're trying to weigh out. Like, should it be like an outside of school thing completely, or an after-school program?
That's something good to think about.
Yeah. So I mean, anyone listening, if there's anyone that's intrigued or, like, interested in helping us figure that out,
Yeah, absolutely. And that's I'm glad that you said that, because, again, a lot of business owners, nonprofits, they follow. And so at the end of this conversation, I'm going to ask you guys, what type of marketing do you do, and if you have any tips or advice for business owners and nonprofits, so that way we can help each other out. And so what you're going through, someone else has gone through that and tried to debate that and everything. So reach out and let's help out our community, right?
Right.
That's really cool that you did that. I love it.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a community effort. Truly, it is. We fundraise, as I said, all year long just to put this on for the kids, and we couldn't do it without schools supporting us, without GCU. We're actually doing a matching program right now. GCU is matching any funds we get in the month of May.
Dang, that's awesome.
Yes.
Say more about that.
I cannot believe I didn't think
We're
about
talking about it now.
Yes, we are. Yes. So up to 12,000, they're matching any funds that come in. Yeah. And so we're at the 50% mark as of this morning.
How cool.
Yes, like it is.
And it's half a month left, guys, to go donate.
Yes. So if you all are interested in supporting kids, but your week is tied up, contributing this way is a really, really big deal to us. Absolutely. Yeah. I love it. Yes. So how do people find you? So our website is epstrivenow.org. Super easy. You can see our Instagram there. We're really big on Instagram. We're trying to be bigger on Facebook, because I know parents are on Facebook, right? Yeah, but our website's the hub. You can go see all our info there. They'll see, like, a lot of the past stuff we did. We just had our gala. That was super awesome. We had a lot of community support. And we're up and coming in El Paso, but we're here for El Paso.
I love it.
Yeah.
Keep mentioning the gala. Explain it a little more.
Ooh, yes. You guys are gonna love our last theme. Our last theme was 5 artists. So we had 5 artists, 100% local. 2 of them were from Juarez, or 1 of them was from Juarez, and they came and brought their art. And then people auctioned on their art.
Oh, cool!
And yes, so the highest auction amount, that artist received $1,000.
Wow!
Yes, yeah. We were like, hey, let's show some love to the artist community,
Absolutely,
right? Because that's collaboration, that's building community. And so we were at the EPCC behind the fountains this year, and that's what we did. We just pitched our mission, pitched the next year's plan, you know. But the most important thing was getting these unique, like, people with different backgrounds in the same room. That was the most important thing for us. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I always tell our team, like, if we break even, guys, and we make an impact, perfect. Like, that's all that matters. If we can make an impact.
Goal achieved.
Yeah, literally, yes.
I love it.
But yeah, that was our gala. Good question. Thank you.
Reach out, El Paso. So if you're interested in learning more for your kids, for your community, as far as like getting them in the school, or your summer camp is happening right now. So maybe there's a way to tie it in and just give some education on this. Everybody needs it. Everybody needs it. There's not a group of kids that doesn't need to hear the information, right? And even adults. So I highly recommend it. Did we cover everything, guys? Is there anything we want to touch base or mention? Anybody an event?
No, actually, you put something out super cool. We're doing a summer camp with Boys and Girls Club, so we're bringing our workshops there.
Great.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to come volunteer, we always need volunteers.
I love it. I love it. And we already mentioned how everybody can find us on our social medias.
Yep.
And then real quick, then start right here with the Tom Lee Institute. What type of marketing do you guys do? And do you have any tips or advice for nonprofits out there?
I would say for me, what I've seen with Tom Lee, it's so cool because he has just an arch of artwork. So anything you put out there,
it's endless content, right? Yeah.
So it does help me out, but I would say don't be afraid to do collaborations.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are afraid because they're like, no, they'll say no, and maybe they will, but you never know.
And if they do, move on to the next. Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier with Annie, like I thought she was gonna say no. I thought maybe she's gonna charge me, but she came in. She had a lot of fun in that tour. And ever since then, we had a lot of new people.
Yeah. Good.
Users.
Awesome.
And so I'm like, thank you, I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you guys.
You know what I've learned? I've learned that it takes a lot of the wrong no's to get the right yes.
Yes.
Sometimes go get all those no's out of the way so you can get a right yes.
That's awesome. Just be open to collaboration. Be creative. Be bold. Don't be afraid to try something new, and if it doesn't work out, go to the next thing.
Perfect.
And eventually you'll get it. Eventually you'll get something good, and people will be attracted to it.
Absolutely.
And so, especially with nonprofits, sometimes it's difficult because, especially social media pushes a lot of ads. They want you to buy ads. They want you to buy ads. So don't be afraid. It takes time. Going viral sometimes isn't even the best thing. Sometimes you'll go viral, but then you'll get followers who'll never look at your content. So then sometimes it's good to start little by little, and then once you get there, you'll realize that you make the right choice. So that would be my advice.
I love it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Any peace drive now?
So advice, I think it depends. I mean, study your audience.
Know your audience.
Know your audience, and it's kind of like what you're giving advice for is. Go and try something, go and try a strategy, give it a full effort, and then
exactly
learn from it.
It's important. And I work at a marketing agency, and I tell people, like, you have to give something like at least a solid 3 to 6 months to see it really start to come to fruition. And it has to be consistent. You can't just be like, I want to do this and then post occasionally, and then so
I agree. Strive has been through various this is barely third year going into fourth, right? And we've had so many different iterations of how do we teach purpose every day, right? And more importantly, how can we have our audience resonate with the message? And it takes time. It takes so much time, and I still think we need like 2 or 3 years to refine the message, but that's just what we're committed, we're committed to make it work. And thank you for this platform.
Absolutely. My house is your all's house. That's right, El Paso. That's you too. Thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. I do a sponsor shout out. Let me get this camera right. I want to thank everybody for following, and thank you so much for going local. Thank you for being patient. I accidentally forgot. I've never done this before. I forgot a podcast last month, and I feel like crap. So I'm so sorry to my guests. We're scheduling them. They're coming back, but it was just craziness. Blessed to be stressed. And it's, I think, because this is usually a weekly show, and I took it this year to a bi-weekly, and it kind of has thrown me off. And I'm debating bringing it back to more episodes a month. But again, thank you guys so much for going local. I want you to download that Open Rewards app. If you haven't done it, you're seriously missing out. I am obsessed with going local, and this app has made me like increase the go local like tenfold. It's the only app that I know of that will pay you to shop local. So anytime I go to any of these businesses that are on their directory, whether it's retail or food, when I shop there, I get 5% back, and it accumulates in my Open Rewards bank. And then say I get like $60 in my bank, but I went out here and I ate, and the ticket's $50. I upload that, and then after approval, I'll get $50 transferred to my bank account. So that meal was free. I'm just saying, do it. It's free, guys. Do it. Do it. But I want to thank El Paso Beauty and Barber Academy. If you guys have seen me, I'm obsessed. I love them. I love what they're doing for the community. They're a brand new academy. They offer classes for cosmetology, barbering, lash tech, nail tech, and esthetician. So if you or you know anybody who's looking for a new career, interested in the field, please reach out and refer them, because when you do, you get $250 referral fee. I'm just saying, throwing it out there. You do with that information what you want. I also want to thank the Crystal Gallery. Oh my God, they're freaking amazing. The Crystal Gallery is on Alameda. Have you guys ever been?
I've seen the billboard for it, but I haven't been.
I'm obsessed. I've been going forever, since their previous location with my godmother, and I have my own personal like rock collection. I used to sell some of my precious stones, coming soon. But there, I'm like, it's like hog heaven. You go in there and you look at stones. There's all these stones from all around the world that you may not have even knew existed. They have a stone, like a crystal gallery in the back, so you can just go back and look at these gorgeous, huge rock formations, wings, all kinds of really cool things. And they also have, I forget the name of it, but for the kids, where you crack or go mining for rocks, they have the water flow and all that kind of, yeah, it's super cool. They got 2 of those there. It's awesome. It's amazing. And they have, it's wholesale and retail. I can't say enough good things about it. You guys need to go check them out and tell them I sent you. They're on Alameda, right on your way to Chico's Tacos, if you're coming from downtown. But it is such a fun place, and I know summer's coming up. I know you guys are probably, what am I going to do with the kids? This is a cool place to go and show the kids and maybe spark their interest in a different, type of thing that they might love. I know I do. So and then I also want to thank Star City Studios for always allowing me to use this gorgeous facility for my podcast. Thank you so much. I literally can't do it without you and your amazing crew. Check them out, give them all a follow. Also the Conservation Society of El Paso, they're doing amazing work, nonprofit as well. They're working with Lincoln Dairy to help make that an even cooler place for the community. And they also have their Conservation Society summer camp coming up for the kiddos, so make sure to sign up your kids with that, and follow them all. Follow my guests, follow my sponsors, and tell them I sent you, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. All right, take care. Bye.